Today I want to incorporate a little bit of philosophy into what I'm trying to say. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Rumi, but when I was reading this, there was one point I came across that I want to address. Let's find the page. And it reads, "But this love path has no expectations. You are uneasy riding the body. Dismount, travel lighter, wings will be given. Be clear like a mirror, reflect nothing. Be clean of pictures and the worry that comes with images." Basically what he's trying to say is, you shouldn't automatically assume things of people, you shouldn't limit them and put them in a box. When you have expectations of somebody, you have plans or standards for them, and that's not a good way to go about a relationship. So when he says to reflect nothing, it means don't go into the relationship thinking anything of them, and basically hope for the best. And now, I'm not gonna lie, at first I really liked what he was saying with it because it makes a lot of sense that you shouldn't judge someone and things like that. But shouldn't you judge someone to a certain degree when you're gonna go into a relationship with them? Not to say judge, but you should expect certain things in a relationship with people who present themselves in a certain way. For example, you're in a relationship with a guy whose last relationship didn't end so well. Why? Because he cheated on his last girlfriend, and after they broke up, he basically slept with the entire world. That was right before he got with you. So if you two have a rough time and you two break up, wouldn't you expect it to be from a similar situation? I mean, there are people who can redeem themselves and say, you know what, I made one mistake in one relationship, that's not how I am, fine. But you sort of need to just keep it in the back of your mind and not be totally surprised if it does end up happening. Because there is that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, so if it happens again, don't be totally shocked. I mean, it's good to have faith in somebody that maybe they are a real changed person and that they're not going to do the same things that they did in their past, but I think there's always a little bit of a chance that they might do that again. So to go into a relationship knowing that somebody is an asshole or somebody who's a cheater, somebody manipulative, if you know that that's how they've been in previous relationships, you really got to be on guard with yours. And seriously, do not be surprised if that same thing repeats in your relationship. Because I'm not trying to kick anybody down, but there are certain people that cannot be changed no matter how fantastic you are. If you're the best boyfriend or girlfriend ever, certain people cannot be changed. They're going to be who they are, and if they're a cheater, they're a cheater, and they're really not going to care about your feelings. And I mean, the same thing can happen with friendships. Let's use this example. You're in a high school setting, and there's this one girl who always talks to you, but the only thing she ever talks about is other people. She's always trash-talking people, putting them down, pointing out their flaws. So if they're doing this and they claim to be your friend, don't you think that they have somebody else that they're going to say things about you to, and they're going to trash you the same exact way to somebody else? If a person's going to act a certain way around you, you have to assume that maybe they're going to do that for another person. And maybe they just put on this whole fake persona for everybody. The sort of thing where it's like, oh, this person's so terrible, but then runs back and talks to them about you. So what is this whole no expectations thing when there are certain things that you should look out for in people? You shouldn't have this whole negative image of everybody you meet, but find out a little background information before you get involved with somebody. Because there's a good chance if they have a bad history with friendships and relationships that you're not going to have a good one with them either. If this happens to you and you were fully aware of how much of a jerk this person was, don't complain afterwards and act like you're the total victim. If you knew how this person was, you need to give yourself a bit of a smack or something. So you learn for the next time that you knew that about them. You knew that they were manipulative, they cheat, they do this and that. You knew it already. Just know that maybe I shouldn't put that much faith into other people. And I should understand that if they have a little bit of a reputation that I know is true, not that I've heard it from rumors, that I personally know is true, don't go after them and expect everything to be rainbows and butterflies. Because a lot of people will let you down that way. So surround yourself with positive people. Don't put yourself around those who you know have horrible intentions for you and other people. And I'll see you next video. Bye.